Welcome back to the Michael Batson Show. College football is underway in about 18 days, I think the countdown is. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. And the first Power 5 game is going to be the Big Ten. It's going to be Nebraska versus Northwestern. And I thought, might as well do another clip about Scott Frost in Nebraska. Because Scott Frost, he has been on the hot seat for about since he's been there 4 years. This is going to be his 5th year. Close losses have been his thing. He's gone to Ohio State and lost by 3. He's at home, lost by 21. He's inconsistent, but he also can't win the close games and the big games, and it's a problem. And big universities, big programs with a lot of history don't usually keep a struggling coach this long. I mean, some go 1 year and then fire him. Think about coaches like at USC, Clay Helton this year. Who in 2021 he lost to Stanford, and then he didn't have a great season. He's gone. Think about Dan Mullen. 2020 he should have won the SEC championship. He was the coach a year in 2020, I think. He didn't have a good year in 2021. They wanted to find someone new just like that. Steve Sarkisian. He lost to Kansas. He didn't have that great of a year. They were about ready to fire him. Texas was for the last 6 games. They're going to keep him. But that just shows what a hot seat you're on when you go to these schools. I mean, it could be Oklahoma. It could be any schools. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter who your dad is. It doesn't matter what you did before. It's if you're winning. And Nebraska is like that program with a lot of they're a dynasty, a lot of wins and a lot of good memories there, and they're probably top 5 not top 10 program of all time. I mean, of course you got Michigan, Ohio State, USC, Texas, Alabama. I mean they're right up there with anyone. They have a lot of history there, and with that history comes a lot of winning and thought of winning, and Scott Frost hasn't been doing that. And again, you don't see a coach go 5 years with not winning the big games, but Scott Frost is very good at losing close games. And last year they might have been one of the best 3-wins team ever. They lost by 7 at Wisconsin. They lost by 3 to Michigan. They lost by 3 to Michigan State. They lost by 7 to Oklahoma in the 3rd game of the year. They lost by 7 to Iowa, 10 at Ohio State. I mean, they could very well go down as the best 3-win team ever. And it doesn't matter that they lost by this much at this, and when Scott Frost did this, it matters if you get a W or L. So, yeah, they're a great 3-win team. Yeah, they had a lot of close games, but Scott Frost needs to win these games. And it's been the same 4 years. It's been close wins. Close losses. Bad losses. It could be very close wins when they should have blew them out. You don't feel promising as Scott Frost, your coach, on Saturdays. Even if you're playing, let's say, Rutgers, which you're playing, I think, the 6th or 7th week of the season, you still don't feel that comfortable with him. You need to feel comfortable with the coach. Because I'll tell you, Jim Harbaugh with Michigan, Jim Harbaugh might not win all the big games, and he hasn't. He's won about 50% of the big games, which, isn't great, but he wins versus the bad teams. I think about 7 or 8 of the Big Ten teams he hasn't lost to. So that's what's called winning the games you should. He's good at that, and Scott Frost isn't. Scott Frost, he seems like a good coach. I want him to win, but he just hasn't done that yet. And I think this is Scott Frost's make or break year. We've been saying this for a few years now. But Scott Frost has a new QB, Casey Thompson. He's from Texas. This is going to be his 4th year. He's very good. You saw him at the Oklahoma game. He's very good. The wide receiver core, is supposed to be pretty good. They have a Trey Manning from LSU. They have a new offense coordinator. So they're putting all their chips in this year. They're getting a new coordinator. They have a fine defense, right? Lots of talent because these big programs with big recruits, but their defense is nothing to write home about. But their schedule isn't that hard. You look at the first 3 games. The first 3 games are Northwestern, North Dakota State, and Georgia Southern. Those are all 3 games you should win. And and I'll go as far as if he loses one of those 3 games, even to Northwestern, I'd be done with him. He needs to win all 3 of those games. And then the easier games include Indiana, Rutgers, Purdue, Illinois, Minnesota, and then the challenging games they have Oklahoma. They have at Michigan, at Iowa, at home against Wisconsin. So 4 tough games. The other 8 are very winnable. So I mean, maybe one upset between Michigan, Oklahoma, Iowa, Wisconsin. That could get you 9-3 season, and Nebraska. I mean, 3-10 to 9-3 is very good. So get the 3 first wins. I think, get most of the easy games. Get 1 of 4 challenge, maybe 2 of 4 challenging games. But I think it's big to win the 4 challenging games because Scott Frost have shown he can't win it. So win against Oklahoma, win against Michigan, win against even Iowa. Iowa isn't going to be as good as Michigan or Oklahoma, but win against Iowa or Wisconsin. Those are big teams, and they're not playing Michigan State this year or Ohio State, I don't think. So Iowa and Wisconsin are still challenging games, and they're always good teams. So win one of those 4 games. Scott Frost, I think needs to start showing now because this is his 5th year. He's on the hot seat now. He has a very talented QB, some good wide receivers, and a schedule that really isn't that hard. They're not playing Penn State. They're not playing Ohio State. They're not playing Michigan State. So their schedule is pretty easy. So you need to go 9-3, I think, to keep your seat. They have an easy schedule. They have a pretty good defense, good offense, and I think Scott Frost is on a pretty hot seat because, as you've seen, these big programs, the coaches, they come quick and they go quick. And Scott Frost have kind of been there for a while and been on the hot seat for a while. His butt is probably getting hot right now. So he has to win. It starts with Northwestern's 18 days away. Please like and subscribe for more similar content, and I'll have a new video tomorrow. Thank you so much.